Hi there, it's another tarot sesh. I'm the Can Astrologer. My name is Abby, and this is special reading. It's all signs, what the solar eclipse is bringing you. And so I'm going to do a couple like general oracles and just get the feel and the energy of overall what this solar eclipse is bringing the general collective. And then we're going to run through each sign and pull a couple cards for each sign as well. So welcome back to for all of my returning subscribers. For those of you who have not subscribed, make sure that you smash that button if you don't mind. I really do appreciate it. So the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when I was getting the cards together, it's called Vacation by Dirty Heads. And some of the lyrics, AAA, I'm on a vacation every single day because I love my occupation. So some of you could really be enjoying like what you do in life right now, or kind of like the path that you're on. AAA, I'm on a vacation, and if you don't like your life, then you should go and change it. Message. Now I know not all of us can just like go and switch our jobs, but kind of we can. It's, you know, your job changes, your occupation changes the moment that you decide that it needs to. You know, but then you have to take the steps to make it happen. Okay. So then it goes on to say, everybody's sour like a lemon tree. I'm just smiling down upon my enemies. So some of you, you know, could kind of just be like in the face of those who despise you, kind of just be like living your life, and it irks people. But also, you know, like right now we're in a really weird space, and there's just some really unhappy people. Okay, then it goes, you know, do the shit I love it on the daily. You say you hate your job, but you'll never leave, never leave. Again, my point, like if you really want to leave your job, you'll do it. You'll take the steps to do it. So this song is really just talking about, you know, really enjoying what you do, and, you know, how that contributes to the world or doesn't, depending on what it is that you want to do. Okay, underneath the deck we have the number 8. So 8s could be significant. Now 8s in tarot, the 8 of Cups is walking away from something, but when you walk away from something, you're walking towards something else. It's also a card of growth and mastery, like, you know, working really hard. So we're talking about occupation. I think that, you know what, I think that actually has something to do with it, because this reminds me of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is somebody who's very good at their job, you know, very good at what they do. So that's interesting. Now, the partial solar eclipse, especially in Aries, and Aries is about, you know, assertive action. It's about, you know, alpha, dominance, making things happen. It's emperor energy, okay? But this solar eclipse in Aries, it's a shift, like, it's a shift towards new beginnings. Also because we are entering Neptune in Aries, like, the day before this eclipse. It's, that's all about spiritual exploration and revelation. And when I do my monthlies, like, the whole overall theme of March, which is when the solar eclipse is taking place, it's about validating your desires through assertive action. If you don't know about my predictions readings, make sure that you go back and check those out. So anyway, you want to take assertive action, but somebody's very good at what they do, and so you could be taking assertive action with your job, career, finances, you know, business, that type of energy. Top of the deck, we've got Pisces. So Pisces, you know, this could have something to do, you could have strong Pisces in your chart somewhere. If you're a Pisces sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Mars. This is very dreamy energy. It's very loving energy. I feel like, you know, this is a time where you can almost like manifest anything. Pisces is very mystical, very deep, very watery. And you know, when you're on vacation, it's kind of watery energy anyway. I like it. So we're Venus retrograde. until, let's see, when is this? We are in Venus retrograde all the way through April 13th, and then April 7th, Mercury retrograde ends. This, as we go into the month of April, coming out of the solar eclipse for all signs across the board, it's going to be a very creative month, and Pisces is a very creative sign. It's very creative, but it's also very spiritual, very mystical, and again, like with Neptune, which is watery Pisces energy, it's going to be spiritual exploration and revelation. So especially that revelation with Aries energy combination, man, I feel like there's going to be a lot of awakenings happening during this time. Wow, 2, 3. There's also, yeah, absolutely, because the number 23 is like creation, 23 chromosomes. But also, like, when you have consecutive numbers like that, 2 and 3, it's like pair, like a consecutive pair. There's going to be a lot of people matching up during the month of March and April, maybe even April, May. Prediction. So, okay, let's see what else we've got coming for us during the solar eclipse for our general collective, please, spirits. What is the overall archetype energy for our general collective? This is just general, guys, across the board. So if this resonates for any of you, make sure you smash that like button. Drop a comment in the comments below. I love getting, gosh, these are brand new, so they still are kind of tough. Drop a comment in the comments below. I love getting feedback on how I'm, resonating and vibing with my tribe. It's always cool to see how we're on the same frequency, If any of you guys have Pisces in your chart, drop a comment. Oh, thank you, spirits. All right. Yeah, okay. It's Aries energy all the way. I just got done saying that with this Pisces energy, Pisces is it's Neptunian energy, right? Neptune is entering Aries, which is like the king. It's like the emperor, the king. This very emperor energy. Okay? And then we've got the shaman underneath the deck. That's your spiritual Pisces. Okay, come on. Now some of you, okay, I can't even pick these up. Sorry, guys, my nails. So we've got this Pisces energy, okay, that's going to be, which is very spiritual, which is this shaman. A bunch of healers, okay? Some of you could be healers, or you're having this like awakening. And see how the king card, it's like an awakening, right? But this is the king, or someone, you, taking assertive action into this mystical, dreamy Pisces Neptunian energy, right? And it's a very shaman-like experience, very healing for many of you. Again, this is generalized across the boards, but many of you guys are going to be experiencing this on some sort of level, some sort of different level. Shaman's like jumping out at me. Okay, I'm going to put these up here because I want to look at them as we go through this. So let's see what we got. I want to read a little bit about these. I just got this archetype deck, so I don't have it like memorized or anything. I have read the king though. Okay. And then the shaman is... Okay, so the shaman, underlying energy. This is the Magi, the sorcerer, the medicine woman. So this is like feminine energy. So 3 archetypal ingredients constitute the shaman, and all must be present in order to reveal its magic. First, the shaman is activated by long-standing and diligent study, the mentor. Second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed towards the healing of self, the other, so that's like the healer, right? The other, and the culture, the healer. And third, the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world, allowing psychic visions and old magic to leak into this world, the unseen. In this way, the shaman is a master who bridges the everyday and the sacred, revealing potent power needed desperately in our time. Yet where there is power, there is shadow, so the shaman must be vigilant in studying their darkness. This card reminds us that the force of healing is ultimately not our own. We must shape it and share it with the world. So this is you taking assertive action with that king-like, emperor-like, Aries-like energy. And what it's going to bring forth is this, this is what's coming forth, is this king-like energy. So it's the ruler, the commander, the emperor. So it's all about benevolence, divine leadership, service, and nobility. Now, leadership was one of the themes for March, but that goes into like how that brings out your creativeness and how it brings about manifestations during the month of April. And April, by the way, is Aries energy until it moves into Taurus, of course, but it's Aries energy, and that's the Emperor energy. This is your season. So some think of the king as the ultimate expression of the ego, yet the great kings of mythology and history serve from an egoless place. They take their throne with grace and humility, knowing that the divine uses them as a channel to heal deep and long-standing discrepancies in the kingdom. So this is you taking power, just like I said. And also, like, it's going to be, I feel like for many of you, especially for those of you with Aries in your chart, a very, like, spiritually powerful type of year or time of year as well. Very creative. Yeah, it's going to be all about, like, the main theme for the month of April is creative ideas, crafty, knowledgeable, and comfortable with their intelligence. People who are comfortable in their power, comfortable in their spirituality even. And if any of this resonates, if this is you, drop me a comment saying this is me, this resonates. Okay, what else do we have for our general collective? I want to get a little bit of a storyline going with our tea leaf fortune cards. Thank you, spirits. Thank you. Okay. What else do we have for our tea leaf fortune? For our general collective. Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. All right, let's go. What's coming to us with this solar eclipse? Okay. So again, solar eclipses are all about new beginnings, okay? It's a shift towards new beginnings, and it's also about spiritual exploration and revelation with that Neptunian water energy. Okay, so you guys, this couldn't even be more beautiful than it is. I can't even believe how amazing this is. I love it. Okay, so underneath the deck, this is like underlying energy and or what you don't see coming. You know, we had two parts of the deck, so it's like two messages, but the first one is chair filled, someone new is entering your life. The second one is four-leaf clover, great good fortune. So there's going to be somebody new entering your life. This could be the same situation or different situations, but also great good fortune. I like it a lot. That's what we're looking at, okay? And then we've got gong and exciting event. So you could be expecting to go to some type of exciting event. Now, I am the Can astrologer, and it's worth mentioning that during the month of April, you got 420. That's like, you know, cannabis Christmas. But, you know, you could be going to any event. It could be a birthday. It could be an anniversary. It could be, you know, a vacation, just like the song, Vacation. You could be going on actual physical vacation. Then we have basket, recognition, reward for merit. So you could be getting, some type of reward. This could be in work. This could be in romance, family, friendship, anything like that. Then we've got ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So it could be like, a new job, a new position, or it could be like an actual, ring, or like a marriage. Last but not least, we've got nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So you're going to have family on your mind. But also I feel like this is like part of the fuel for, this is sort of action, this hard work that you're going to be putting towards, or this passionate energy that brings about great good fortune and potentially even, someone new entering your life. So what's funny about all of this is that usually when I'm doing readings, I will get, like messages or hear dings or something when I'm right about something. It's like the universe's way of clarifying for me that I'm on the right path, or, I'm making a point. And as I was talking about all of this, my phone went crazy and somebody's calling me, and it's at a weird hour of the evening. And so I was just like, I'm right on the money about something for someone. So if this resonates, make sure that you drop a comment or hit that like button. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel. Okay, so now we're going to get into all signs. See, where are we at? 16 minutes in. So all signs, we're starting with Aries. I really like the energy, that we're looking at for this upcoming month. And so if you stick with me, I think after I get through all signs, maybe we'll close it out with one more oracle. All right, what do we have for Aries, please? What's the message for Aries? I'm just going to get right into it. What's the message for Aries? What is the solar eclipse in Aries bringing for Aries? Okay. I'm taking those upright because I was shuffling them upside down. I do read upside down, but that was my bad. So, all right, Aries. Somebody was holding on to something too tightly. And so somebody's making a decision. This could be you. This could be another person. Somebody's making a decision, and it's a very swift decision, and then walking away. They're like, either they're judging you, because the Queen of Swords could be a judge. It could be a judge. It could be just somebody who's like making a judgment. This also could be you making a judgment. But it's somebody or something that you were holding on too tightly about. And I do think that this is you, because it's your energy. And then somebody's walking away. You could be walking away, or somebody could be walking away from you. Now, how this plays into everything else. Like, this is just one situation that's playing out in your life. Like, there could be multiple other situations that the oracles that we just pulled are affecting you also in good ways, because those are all great. And I feel like, honestly, like, this is meant to happen. It has something to do with house, home, because like Four of Wands, that's like victory, success, house, home, stability, foundation. It also could be about Wands is about like business and energy, and energy. I'm sorry, business and or like money, finance, things that you're passionate about, the way that you make money. So you could be making a decision, walking away from one thing, but when you walk away from something, you walk towards something else. So that's what I've got for Aries. And then Taurus. Okay, Taurus. What do we have for Taurus, please, for the solar eclipse? Taurus, solar eclipse, please. Anything else for Taurus? something wanted to peek out. I didn't quite catch it. Oh gosh. You guys also have the Four of Wands. And you saw me shuffle. I did shuffle. When this happens, it actually makes more sense because you guys are right next to each other on the wheel and you're sharing that same energy. Taurus, we start out with your energy, the Empress. Okay. This is Empress Libra energy, but this is, Taurus energy. And whether it's you could be female or this could be your feminine side. This is somebody who, she's the queen of all queens, right? She's very grounded, a great ruler. She's good at delegating. She's very beautiful. She could be a mother, doesn't have to be. She likes nice things, but she's also like very kind and fair to everybody around her. This could be somebody taking a rest or actually being on vacation. But it's somebody like mentally exhausted. And so, it also could be like you being on a vacation or taking rest and relaxation, and gaining enlightenment while you're taking a break. I feel like with this Empress energy, many of you, some of you could be even like planning vacation, like an exciting event, And it could be like a family vacation is what I'm feeling for the Taurus energy. Again, house, home, stability, foundation. Like for many of you, I feel like this is, you're planning vacations for people in your home, your nest. All right. That was quick and easy. What else do we have? Now going into Gemini. I'm trying to kind of get a basic idea of like where these are at in the reading, because I'm going to try to timestamp them in the video description below this video. What do we have for Gemini, please? Okay, Gemini. Gemini. What is the solar eclipse bringing Gemini? Okay. Wands, okay. Give me something else. Thank you. Oh, okay. I didn't want to see that. Come on. All right, Gemini, I don't have the okay. There we go. Not the best of news, but here's the thing. Underneath the deck the first time it was the King of Wands. Now it's the Emperor, and this is Aries energy. We're in the middle of Aries, but also Gemini. I feel like this is, for some of you, because it kind of fell sideways, for some of you, this could be like a passionate new beginning. But it's going, with this passionate new beginning, it could be like, for some of you, it could come crashing down because it's not necessarily on stable ground, or it could be, for some of you, it could be a failed new beginning, passionate new beginning. Careful, for some of you, it could be like a one-night stand and then leave you with something feeling burning, if you know what I mean, Gemini. Because somebody is like on top of their game, but because look at this, look at this, look at this. You've got two trees, right? You're the Emperor energy. It's like the Emperor energy is, what's underneath the deck. This is you, but like there's something that's like coming crashing down, or feels like it's crashing down. Behind the Emperor is the Ace of Pentacles. This is like a new project, successful new project. Something that you're doing with collaboration that you have to make like careful decisions on. But ultimately, it brings you a lot of options that you'll be making a decision on. Messages. Okay, messages. Okay, for somebody in your past. Oh, you like someone. You've got, okay, Gemini, okay. I'm going to say this short and sweet just because I looked ahead. Some of you may have a little bit of a, like, there could be something that, like, brings in clarity or brings in some kind of news in it, like, and it could have something to do with, like, what you're passionate about. Could be business, could be, like, a relationship. May not be as successful as you wanted it to, but that's because there's something else better that's working for you that's going to be coming in. There's something better. So whatever doesn't work out, it's ending right now, because, you know, this eclipse brings new beginnings, right? But in order for a new beginning to happen, you have to get rid of the past. Just, if some of you are out messing around and, you know, that Bernie feeling, just, this is also very passionate energy. So that's a forewarning to some of you. Okay, let's continue. What else do we have for Cancer? Where am I at? Okay, so what do we have for Cancer? Cancer. What's coming in for Cancer? Okay, let's go. Cancer for the solar eclipse. Cancer, please. Okay. Goodness. Ooh. Okay. Oh, my. Well, that's not terrible. Okay, so underneath the deck, what we're looking at is the Ten of Wands. There's an ending. Now, with tens, is anything that ends also, like, is a beginning, right? Because now whatever's in the past is in the past. You have a new beginning. But this is something that you are very passionate about. It's letting the, you know, burdens go. Getting it off your shoulders and just starting a new cycle. Could be in business, could be in a relationship. Now here's the thing. We start out in the recent past with the Four of Cups. It's in reverse. So the Four of Cups, when it's upright, is kind of like a negative card. It's all about impatiently waiting, being bored. And so now I see somebody who's not, you know, not patiently waiting. They're not bored. It's like they're ready to go. They need to get these cups filled again. And then we go into, we've got Daughter of Wands energy. And that's like a Page of Wands, right? So this is somebody who's like ready for this new beginning. They're impatient, right? They're it's not so much being bored, but it's now being excited for, you know, what's next. Now what's interesting is then we have the Hanged Man. So it's like, wow, somebody is really excited and very passionate about getting a new start for something. They're feeling like they're held back by something or someone. Now it's the universe. Just understand that it's the universe with this Hanged Man energy. But there's a reason. And then we got the Judgment card. This is very ominous. Somebody could be getting like held back for something. And it's like, it's kind of like a timeout, like a universal timeout. It's interesting. We see doves, but then we see bats. They're both winged. Okay. The Hanged Man. Is that Aries? I can't remember. But there is a judgment that's being made. Now, this could be an internal judgment, like a judgment of your soul. Which direction do you want to go? How is it going to take you? Is this going to redeem you? You know, is that going to satiate that desire, that craving, that, you know, that feeling that won't go away? Or is this a judgment being made on you? You know, this could be, you know, court, legal, could be something in business. You know, it could be in a relationship. Somebody could be pausing, you know, with this Hanged Man energy, going deep within, facing their shadows, facing their demons, doing shadow work before, you know, coming out of that Hanged Man energy and making a judgment to end a situation. Somebody's done waiting and they've been like reflecting and they're ready to make a judgment to end a situation. All right, that's what I got for Cancer. Okay, now what do we have for Leo? What do we have for Leo, please? What do we have for Leo, please? Leo. Thank you. It's coming in for the solar eclipse for Leo. Thank you. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll tell you what, this really is some like energy that is resonating across all signs, because underneath the deck we've got the Four of Wands, and my palms are itchy. You saw that, right? My palms are itchy. So now they say itchy palms means fortune's going to come in. We also have the Temperance card that's like the angel of the tarot deck that's behind the Four of Wands. I feel like you've got a lot going on, but you also with that have stability. Some of you, oh goodness. Now, okay. I'm going to be for real for some of you. And this isn't to scare anyone because it's a cycle of life. If there's any kind of like death, you know, endings or anything in the household, or something having to surrounding house, home, your stability, anything like that, just know that this is all being protected by your angel. It's all being protected. We've got the death card, but also the angel Temperance right next to the house, home, stability. But then we have the Tower. So there's like a shake-up. Could be with an Emperor-like energy. Now, if this isn't a death, this is like an actual physical death, right? This could be like death of old ways, death of ego, death of a past relationship or friendship, you know? And it's being protected, you know, but it's being transformed, more importantly. There could be some type of a new beginning that'll even out finances, or some kind of like new project, something successful. It's got a real good potential for success and to balance something out financially. Okay, so my God. So you could have been dealing with a Capricorn, or you could have been dealing with the devil, or any kind of like toxic obsession type of energy in the past. But this could be anything obsessive, anything toxic. It could be, or you could have been dealing with an actual devil. You know, that kind of energy. And you had to make like some kind of decision to where you were like reflecting on the past and using those lessons of the past in order to courageously move forward so that you don't repeat some type of cycle with the Ten of Wands in reverse. Now, I will say some of you will be like repeating this cycle. Some of you could be going back to a Capricorn energy. I just heard, no, I am not. So, maybe not. I'd say for some of you, I'd just be careful about repeating any unnecessary toxic cycles, because I do see toxicity with this devil energy. I really do, Leo. But also I see a lot of passionate energy. You just have to make sure that when you're reflecting, you know, for others of you, this is you just deciding, like, I am not going to repeat that cycle. Like, that's not going to happen. You just need to be aware of it, okay? Don't get yourself stuck in the same. And others of you, this doesn't have to be a relationship. This can be like business. This could be like a job that's almost like the devil, right? Some type of toxic cycle, or toxic job cycle, or toxic industry, or something like that. But it's like, I see home stability foundation. You are being watched over. There just has to be some kind of transformation. But I also see like a new project, new opportunities coming through as well. So there's that. All right, moving on. Virgo. Virgo. Yeah, to go back to Leo real quick. It's about house, home stability, because I'm seeing that Nest card pop out. Like, that's what you're most focused on. Okay, Virgo. What do we have for Virgo, please? Virgo. What do we have coming in for Virgo for this solar eclipse? What's the new beginnings? I don't know why I'm doing that, but okay. Virgo, please. Thank you. Solar eclipse for Virgo. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we start out with the Mother of Wands in reverse. Damn. Wow, you guys have, okay, some interesting, okay. Immediately I see a Mother of Wands in reverse. So this is a pissed off mama. Pissed off Mother of Wands. So this fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Dang. So then I see the Son of Wands. So I see like a pissed off mom and her son, basically. Now, if this isn't a mother-son type of energy, the Mother of Wands is someone who's like very passionate, very magical. She could be a single mother, okay? If not a mother, this is just somebody very independent and passionate. But when it's in reverse, this is somebody who's passionately pissed off. You don't want to mess with a pissed off, I mean, rattlesnake? Are you kidding me? But okay, so if it's not two different people, and I feel like it is, but if it's not, somebody's being very protective of something. And it could be a younger energy. This is like the Knight. But if it's not two separate people, this is somebody who's like passionately moving forward with some kind of idea or some kind of a relationship. Towards a Mother of Cups. This could be somebody that feels very nurturing and caring, that wants to help this person. So the Mother of Cups, that's Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. And then underneath the deck we have the Father of Swords, and it's this Father of Swords, he's like a judge. He's like a ruler of some sort that makes the decisions, and you know. Now this could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. For some of you, I see this, okay, so we could be, okay, Virgo, we could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, King of Swords, okay? And he could be looking at two different females. A Mother of Cups, a Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or a Mother of Wands in reverse. So Queen of Cups, or I'm sorry, Queen of Wands in reverse, Libra, I'm sorry, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I don't know. I can, maybe some of you could be a Libra, or it could be a Libra, but somebody has to make a courageous decision. And I see this snake looking at the Mother of Cups. This also could be like somebody having to get past like a mother figure so that somebody can move towards this Queen of Cups. It's very interesting. No matter what, I see somebody moving towards a Queen of Cups energy, somebody very loving, caring, more nurturing, loyal, getting away from the snake-like energy. All right, that's where I'm going to stop there with that one. That was interesting. It's very interesting energy, but I feel like the decision that's going to be made is like, my left ear is ringing right now, but it's based on like logic, wisdom, and facts. Okay, Libra. All right, let's go for Libra. What do we have for Libra, please? It's coming in for Libra with this solar eclipse, please. I just saw 11:11 on the clock. So that's twin flame soulmate energy. You could be dealing with your twin flame soulmate, whoever you're thinking of right now at this moment. Underneath the deck, we've got the Tower as we go into it. Dang, Libra. There could have been an event, something that like that was shocking, came crashing down. But listen, that's for your benefit. It's for your benefit. Because it needed to come down. It needed, wow. I didn't see another card underneath the Fool. Dang, okay. Okay, somebody has a decision to make. And this is your energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So Libra, what I'm looking at here. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Slowest moving knight in the deck. This is somebody who has taken a long ass time to make a decision, okay? Long ass time to get to a point where you can make a decision, or it's been like a long journey. A long time coming is what I'm hearing in my head. So the long time coming. Now, this, whatever it is that's coming is very beneficial. When it starts, it's going to be very fruitful. It has the potential to create a lot of success and wealth and material things. But someone has to take that leap of faith. Someone has to do something, and it could be really scary, but what it's going to bring about is something extremely fruitful that you can grow into. It's some kind of partnership. It's some kind of partnership, and you can get recognition and reward for merit by doing this. Okay? But then we've got the Hierophant, and what's funny is it falls right underneath the ring. So a marriage will take place, either romantic or in business. With the Hierophant card, that could be either or. This could be an actual marriage that you like move into. I'm not saying right away, but it's like something that like this partnership, it could move into some type of marriage or some type of actual like really fruitful partnership, business related, right? But now it's what I see, like somebody's really in this hermit energy. They're really like going within and tapping into their shadow side, but in a spiritual sense, right? Because they're thinking about what's important to them. Well, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to them, or you, right? So I feel like, with the earlier oracles and stuff, this is somebody, thinking about stepping into their power, healing themselves, healing a situation. But you've got a really big decision to make with that Two of Swords energy. But that's, Libra, that's your energy. And we've got good fortune, and someone new is entering your life. If this isn't like a brand new person, this could be like a new chapter to that relationship with a person. And I just heard a honk. So for many of you, that's clarification. All right, I really love that energy for you, Libra. That's beautiful, actually. Okay, now we're moving on to Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. What is the solar eclipse bringing Scorpio, please? Start out with the Tower. Of course, Scorpio energy. Oh, that's way too many. I'm not going to take those. Oh, there's something underneath the Tower anyway. The Emperor. Okay, we saw that play out earlier in one of the earlier readings. Which one was that? I'm not sure. Cancer, I think. Somebody could be dealing with a Cancer. Or was it Gemini? I can't really remember. But what I'm seeing here, so in the past, Scorpio, there was something that felt like a Tower moment. Now, here's the thing. This does not surprise me. This is Scorpio energy. This is you showing up for your own reading, right? So this is you transforming and you like completely changing a situation, changing yourself, changing a situation, changing the energy. Total transformation. Okay, it's like chaos, but with you it's refined chaos. And then you come out shining like an emperor. You're standing in your power. It's like this This can't harm me. This didn't do nothing. Look at me now. Like, I healed. This is your healed self. I'm hearing, like, as I look at this next card, it's the Seven of Wands. I'm hearing, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. You're indestructible. The Seven of Wands, this is sticking up for yourself. This is defending your morals, ethics, beliefs, values, goals. You confidently standing up for yourself, and like nobody can put a match to you. You'll light them on fire. And here's Judgment is like underneath the deck. The whole like idea behind this is judgment. Oh, sorry. So somebody could be making a judgment on you, or you could be making a judgment on someone else. But I feel like this is really like all eyes on you, right? You're figuring out like what moves your soul. You're deciding what you want to do with your life. You're deciding, you know, what stirs your passions. And this is you sticking up for yourself. You've got this new beginning, this new like lease on life, basically, right? You're standing in your power. And nobody right now can touch you. Like, nobody can touch you, or they'll burn. Right? You're on fire. Now I'm hearing Alicia Keys, that girl is on fire, like in a good way, right? So, while there could be a lot of judgment around you, or somebody making a judgment on you, I feel like it's very positive. I feel like it's very positive, Scorpio. All right, I like that. I am a Scorpio, so I do like that. All right, so then, Sagittarius. We're almost at the end here. Sagittarius. Okay, what do we have for Sagittarius? What's coming in for Sagittarius for the solar eclipse? Sagittarius, please. Thank you. Sagittarius. That's too many. I can't take all those. That was a lot. Sagittarius. Spirit's like, no, there's some in there. You got to take them. See what we got. Oh, jeez. Okay. That's too many. Okay. Okay, fine. That one doesn't want to... Okay. Well, the good news is something's going to be happening very fast. Wheel of Fortune, very fast. You've got changes coming in. Oh, wow. Okay, and this makes total sense. As I was saying in the earlier reading, or the earlier signs, when I see the Judgment card come up, when I see the same card in two different signs coming up together in the same placements, it's not that they haven't been, like, you know, the cards haven't been shuffled or whatever. It's that you guys share energies because you're right next to each other on the wheel. And so it actually makes more sense. So the Judgment card is underneath the deck just like it was in Scorpio's reading. If you have Scorpio placements, go check that portion out. But there's some judgment either being made on you, or you're making a judgment on someone or something. Or like your next steps in life, you know, where your soul calls. Because in the past you were heartbroken over something. Could have been by a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius energy, but there's something that broke your heart, devastated you. It could have been devastating financially, but also emotionally. But it's all balancing out, and I feel like it's balancing out with money, because then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Six of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. This is like finances, material wealth, and it's coming to fruition, and it's going to be coming in very fast with the Chariot, with this Cancer-like energy. For some of you, horses could be a signal. Yeah, I like this a lot. There could be some kind of a judgment or a settlement that brings in money for you. For others of you, this could be like a new job. This could be a lottery win. I'm not saying go play the lottery or go gambling or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, there's something that's going to come in and balance your money, but it's going to happen very fast. For others of you, it could be like a judgment. It could be like, You know, it could be like some kind of like a legal dispute, a settlement. It could be a settlement. You could be getting recognition, reward for merit. Could have been something that you worked on in the past. Now it's being settled. Okay, what do we have for Capricorn now? Capricorn. Capricorn, what do we have for Capricorn, please? We're almost there, guys. Capricorn, please. Okay, that's good. Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? Solar Eclipse. Capricorn. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Underneath the deck, Capricorn, we've got the Five of Pentacles. Oh, goodness. Somebody's been left out in the cold, losing some money, feeling like things aren't balanced. I feel like this is, you know, underlying energy, but you've got good things happening because we've got the Six of Wands, and so that's, Six of Swords, and that's smoother communication, getting over gloomy, hard, sad days. You know, you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's the truth. We've got the Ace of Swords coming in, which is beautiful. So there also could be some kind of truth coming in. Could be from a King of Wands energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Now, this may bring a certain amount of sadness. Could for some of you, I'm getting, it could be like the end of some kind of like partnership or relationship that has to do with money. All because of a younger water sign energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Somebody's been spying. But what I see ultimately is that there's going to be smoother communication and some kind of adventure. You're going to get truth. You're going to get clarity. It could be some passionate type of, you know, some passionate type of energy or whatnot, but it has to do with having been left out in the cold. It has to do, oh, you could also be dealing with an Aries Sagittarius or a masculine Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo energy. But you could be receiving, like, getting news of a situation and why someone was left out in the cold. Yeah. All right. You also could be getting news about some kind of judgment on someone. Or you could be getting news of a positive judgment, like in court. Well, one person's, you know, judgment and justice is another person's karma, right? But that's what I see for you. That's what's coming in. You've got some kind of, but beware of this person that's coming in, especially a masculine. It could be a snake. It's literally like a snake, a card, right? So I would be very careful of, you know, while you may, like, they may be coming in to tell the truth, but I'd be careful about trusting them. Okay. Aquarius, what do we have for Aquarius? 54. What do we have for Aquarius, please? Somebody could be 54 years old. Aquarius, please. What do we have for Aquarius, please? Solar Eclipse. What is the Solar Eclipse bringing to Aquarius? Thank you. What else? Okay. Somebody, oh. Okay, so you got a, what you're dealing with is a younger Son of Swords, so a younger Knight of Swords energy. That's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So you've got a younger Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Could be masculine energy. This is somebody who's spying in on somebody or trying to gather information on a person. This is also somebody who could be delivering a message. Like wanting to say something, needing to deliver a message. But we start out with the Two of Wands. This is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. Somebody who's reflecting on the past and trying to make these decisions in order to courageously move towards the future. And hold on one second. The camera might move because my cat is about to freaking knock it. Dude. Okay, so anyway, and what, like, I feel like it's like somebody's reflecting on something in order to courageously move forward, but it has something to do with finances. Like maybe somebody wants to send a message about balancing out some financial endeavor, financial situation, something having to do with money or coins or material things. This also, you know, this could be anything having to do with material things. So this could be like inheritance, settlement. It could be like, you know, anything tied to family affairs. Yeah, for some reason, I'm just feeling like money, like family money. Somebody could be dealing with, like, you know, trying to figure out what to do in a family situation to balance out some type of financial situation. And they're just like looking to the past for reflection or inspiration in order to figure out how to move forward. All right. And last but not least now, let's do Pisces. What do we have for Pisces? What do we have for Pisces, please? Last but not least, in Pisces, your energy popped out at the very beginning for the Oracle. So let's see what we got. Pisces, please. Okay. Pisces. What do we have? Oh, you had 3 pop out, right? All at once. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So I see a new opportunity. So we're talking about immediately. There's a new opportunity. And, you know, aces are gifts from the universe. So this could be a very successful venture. We start with the Father of Pentacles underneath the deck. So you could be dealing with a masculine Oh, buddy, please don't do that. I'm sorry. Okay, so we could be dealing with a masculine Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus energy. This is King of Pentacles. Or this is just somebody very wealthy. This could be a boss, a CEO. You're somebody very good with money. Very good at making money. He works a lot. Very little time. Like, he's a family person. He's a family guy. Likes to take care of everybody around him. But he's just always working. Dude, I'm sorry. My cat. Hey, please stop. Okay, so, Father of Pentacles. I feel like for many of you, especially if you're masculine Pisces, okay, one second, I have to pause this. Okay, so sorry about that. Yeah, okay, so like I was saying, like, for those of you who are my masculines watching this, this is your energy. I feel like you're all about the money. You're very good at making money, but you work a lot, right? If this is my feminines, I feel like you're in your Emperor energy and you also work a lot, okay? Or you might be with a masculine who works a lot. But then we've got the Emperor, somebody standing in their power, standing in their business, right? Listen, what I see for this energy, Pisces, especially if you're a masculine, I see a lot of celebration. I see a lot of good times. I see new ventures coming in and potentially new project, new partnership for sure. But this partnership could be with a Mother of Cups a water sign like you, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This is like a divine pair, a divine couple. A lot of opportunities coming in. A lot. But for some of you, it also there could be a third party. And I'd be very careful about that. Because you don't want to screw over a divine partner for a third party. Mother of Wands right there. Hanged Man. That'll put you in the Hanged Man position. Yeah. So, I feel like, you know, I mean, this is what's coming in. Like, how you act upon it or whatnot. I feel like some of you could be like, you know, if this is just like cause for celebration coming together, you know, with, for many of you, I feel like it's mainly a celebration having to do with money and whatnot. But for others of you, you're going to be celebrating, and it could bring in a relationship that, you know, you're going to need to look at. That relationship, or if you're, you know, go that route could involve a third party. But for many of you, you're looking more towards like settling down. And I don't say settle in a very light term, like, you know, making the best decision. It doesn't mean that you need to settle at all, right? It's just making a decision on who you want to spend your life with. Because again, like, you know, the earlier cards, someone new is entering your life. This could be a new relationship. It could be somebody that you already know, but it's like a new level of this relationship, Pisces. But you have great good fortune that comes with that. It may create some discord among friends or family, but you have an angel that's looking over you that's going to offer spiritual guidance and protection from any harm. So, it's very successful. So that's what I have for you. And, okay, so, that is where we're going to leave these readings. We went all the way from Aries through Pisces. I have all of my personal readings open. If you're interested in a personal reading, make sure that you reach out. All of my information is in the description below this video. And as you know, together we grow. I always love sharing this time and energy with you. This was a special all signs what the solar eclipse is bringing you. But I do individual, you know, signs. Make sure that you also check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Mars signs for additional messages each and every month. But I do look forward to reading for you again in the very near future. And I hope you guys have a fantastic end of March, beginning of April 2025. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.